all around the globe. Good morning from New York, USA. Today is September 9th, 2021, a Thursday. And I am on my episode 24th of my live interview series entitled Real People, Real Stories, Real Results. Today is another special episode because, like in Tuesday, I will be having a special guest all the way from my home country that I truly miss, the Philippines. So, without further ado, let's all welcome Miss Gilda Olivares. All right. Good morning, hello, good evening in the Philippines, right?
Yes, it is. Hi, Marie. You're an early riser pala, no? You're in New
Actually,
York.
not
Nice.
really. I gotta be honest. When I became a business owner, I kind of um, have to make that switch because I have to get up earlier than the kids, and I'm homeschooling
Oh,
my three kids.
okay.
So
I
I'm like,
got
I'm just getting. You are actually the first one who said you're an early riser. I'm on the process. Not really a morning person. Not really, but I'm getting there. Well, thank you so much for being here in my business page. I'm so excited because you're from the Philippines. This is my second time in my business page that I was able to brought in somebody from the Philippines. And my first time in this live series. Oh, Mom Hilda, thank you so much. Could you please introduce yourself for those who are viewing us right now and for those who are going to watch the replay?
All right, sure. Um, Good day or good evening, wherever you are in the different parts of the world. I am here in the Philippines, basically in the main capital, which is NCR, Metro Manila. There was a storm. I know there's a storm there in New York as well, and
It was,
I'm hoping that you are all doing okay there.
yes,
Um,
thank you.
I am. I used to be in the workforce. I was there for 20 years, and 14 years of that was in the banking industry. So my last job was a bank manager, and I worked for one of the biggest banks here in the Philippines. You know, it's a privilege. I'm grateful because I was able to get to that level of position, right? Because
Mhm.
I never knew what else to do. My parents are so diligent people, and they work. They are hard worker, and
Mhm.
they only know in one thing, which is to work for other companies,
Okay.
right? So that is what I got used to. And so being able to work in the corporate arena, the only thing I had in my mind was to climb up the corporate ladder.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I was able to achieve that. It's just that, there were some circumstances that I need to make a decision. I have four beautiful children.
Mm.
I'm a single mom. And so three of my children are already adults, and so my biggest concern is my youngest, who is turning 10 years old only by within this year, by November. So
Okay.
5 years ago I had to make that decision. Not
Mhm.
drastic, it was a big change for my
Mhm.
family, and there were a lot of things that I needed to adjust to, but that's
Mhm.
life. And so being a retired, you may call it retired, I had to, of course, look for something that would fit into the priorities that I had, which was my family.
Mhm.
um, my parents lived abroad for, I think, around 25 years, and they brought us along, me and my sister.
Okay.
They brought us there when I was 5 years old. This is in a remote country. We
Oh.
call it a remote probably because I don't know if a lot of people know of this country. It's Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Um, we stayed there 1974 was when my dad got
Mhm.
hired as a teacher there, and so we
Oh.
followed, the whole family followed after a year. And so I was just around 5 years old when I was there. And I studied my elementary there, and then
Oh.
when I was going to step into high school, my dad decided that go back to the Philippines because there were some changes that was happening in the country that was not
Mhm.
really suitable
Mhm.
for teenagers like myself during that time. So we went home, and so I was living like an OFW parents was away from us. So I know the
Oh,
challenges of that. I was very young then, teenager, and I was
oh.
already living with my sister in the Philippines on our own.
So it's
Yeah,
just the two of you, and then your parents are way back in
Papua
Papua
New
New
Guinea.
Guinea.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
we of course we have relatives, so we always have extended family. So
mm-hmm.
there was a lot of care that was given to us while we were here. But I know the feeling of people that have been separated from
Yeah,
their family, yeah, from their parents,
yeah.
and we just had to get used to it during that time.
Yeah,
And
I
so
know,
yeah,
and I could now understand. I think, in a way, your parents' decision to stay there. It's still for your own good, and
it
I
was, yeah,
think your parents really tried for all of you to be together. But I
yeah,
think for your own sake as well, just that time, it's better for you, the girls, to
yeah, to come home.
to come
Yeah,
home. And I think
that's true.
I think I'm gonna be doing that in the future. We're thinking about college. You were saying you have a child who is gonna be turning 10. I have a child
Yes.
too. He's my oldest. He's gonna be turning 10, but next June. So
So that just gives a hint of our age gap,
I was not
but that's
trying to.
okay.
I'm not just trying to go there. But the thing is, I was like kind of finding like a common denominator for us, and yes, aside from that, I was like I have to say this out loud for those of you guys. I did my gratitude challenge the first day, and I thanked my auntie. And my auntie looks like Miss Hilda here. So yeah, I'm kind of scared of her because my auntie is so strict. So no, the thing is, I'm so grateful that Miss Hilda here is. None, I mean, I think the opposite. But the thing is, I just love no, I have to let these thoughts out, guys, because if not, I'm gonna explode. Well, anyway, I think the fact that your parents view before that you being together was there,
Yeah.
and you also mentioned that you are a single mom, and oh my goodness, really, especially in the Philippines, there's no I admire you for saying that out loud, because not every single mom would admit that, and that only proves that you are really independent, and that you can do this, you can do this, you can do it. Oh
Yeah,
my
we have to for the sake of our children,
goodness.
right? We have to be
Yes, yes,
stronger for them.
yes. So admirable already. So for my first question, what are your life challenges before starting a digital business?
As I mentioned a while ago, transitioning into the digital platform was
Mhm.
something very new to me. And since I was working for a corporation in the corporate workforce for over 20 years, you kind of got used to the routines,
Mhm.
working 8 to 5. But the thing is, when you're here in the Philippines and you have to go out and work, it will take you more than that. It will take you around 12 hours probably to be out of your house because you
Yes.
need to consider the
Wow.
traffic.
Yeah.
And my residence is not next to my office, so I have to travel to my office. And so the challenge that I encountered when I was transitioning were two things. There were there were some pros and cons, but
Uh-huh.
I think the pros were more advantageous for me because I
Mhm.
get to fix my schedule already around
Mhm.
the things that I had to do for the home. Because as I mentioned, being a single mom, you have to go through some adjustments as well. And
Yes.
so I had to make a decision because my son during that time, around
Yes.
5 years ago, was only
5 or 6.
4 or 5, right?
Yes.
And so very young.
Mhm.
And I've had experiences wherein I was able to, be out of the house when my three older kids were just small, and I never had that full-fledged motherhood duties that I could do
Oh.
with them, right? Because I was still
Mhm.
working and
Mhm.
all that. So I had to make a decision when all these things had to happen. Some changes in the household had to happen. So I had to adjust, and the first thing that I had to prioritize was, of course, my children,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the challenge. The challenge was, what am I going to look for in order for me to
Okay.
go around that priority,
Mm-hmm.
to work around that priority, which was
Mm-hmm.
my children. And so I was looking. I also tried some traditional businesses as well.
Mm-hmm.
But since I am not a business person, I am a corporate person. I did not have that experience of building a business, and so I tried franchising a Grab car. I
Okay.
licensed for that, and I had around mga four drivers in a span of 4 months, and my head was aching because it was really hard to manage manpower in a sense. I
Yes.
also tried to buy and sell some things like um, there was this item that's really really nice, and so what I did was I ordered it from China and got brought it in here. I think it was around 100,000 that I spent on it. It didn't get sold. So
Yes.
trying these traditional businesses, and I did distribution as well.
Mm-hmm.
I did try a lot of
You
things
did.
before I landed
Oh.
on
Um,
this digital business. But
mm-hmm.
those were the challenges, trying to fit yourself into the right type of
Mm-hmm.
business
Business.
that would work around the priorities.
No.
So that was a tough one. I had to really search more. Luckily, um, you know our business has a system, right? So
Mm-hmm.
luckily I was seeing all these ads, but
Mm-hmm.
there was a friend who actually introduced this to me, so I was really happy that I
Mm-hmm.
was able to find it. But yeah, those were the challenges that I had to go through, adjusting to the fact that there was a routine, and so finding the right business that would you know
Yeah.
be fit for my priorities and all that. Yeah.
As I listen to your prior business, adventures, I would say it's adventure because I know you have learned a lot from them.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you were saying your head is exploding because of manpower. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
beauty of our business. We are our boss. So we are actually our own employee. I have to say that. And you
That's true.
manage the scheduling, you manage when and where you work. But the thing is, when you have someone working for you, it's hard to, there's a lot of factors that will inhibit them to perform their duties because life happens to them as well.
Exactly.
And I couldn't imagine because I know you are working from the corporate ladder. I believe you are so organized. And I don't know how you played it when something doesn't work right away.
I know. Yeah,
Like,
that was one of the challenges,
I
right?
could say that because I know you're so organized when it comes to our business. Because guys, this business is truly a business. It's not a monkey business. You really have to put your heart into this one.
Yeah.
You really have to be an organized person, and I think applies to every business, be it traditional or online. But when I listened to Miss Hilda here, she was saying the struggles. I think those are struggles, and the
Yeah.
money that she spent in these businesses, I think is you are really looking for a change. You are really
Yeah.
trying to find something that will work for you and for your family as well. So kudos to you because if I was that, I would just try one and then I will stop. Really.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
But that's quite amazing because that's going to push you harder. So for the second one, oh, major reasons why you decided to do business online. I think you kind of touched a little bit about this
Yeah.
already. But is there any way that you could add? I mean, why do business online? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Um, yeah. The main reason that I expressed a while ago was because I needed to find something that would work around the
Mhm,
priorities that I had now.
mhm,
Why the digital business? I needed something that would lessen the stress.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
any business that you have, traditional, may be traditional, you can actually put it online anyway. So it's still a traditional business, but
Right.
you had to incorporate it into the digital platform, right?
Yes. Yes.
You still needed to have those things that would require it, which is
Mm-hmm.
manpower as well, the bills, and
Yes.
whatever, the permits and
Back
all that.
end and
Yeah,
everything.
back end. Yeah,
And you're the one doing it.
yeah,
Because you're also
exactly.
the back end.
You can also buy something of bulk and then sell
Mm-hmm.
it online, and
Yes.
that's also an online business. But why did I settle for the digital business that we have? Is
Mm-hmm.
because I was able to realize that I was going to save a lot more of my time and my energy,
Yes.
because we mentioned a while ago that there
Mm-hmm.
is a system that's what brought me into this business.
This
We
is
have to invest in, or any business. there
yes.
is there is no business that you will not invest any
Mhm.
money into,
Yes.
right?
That's
I
right.
mean, sa
Let's face it.
Tagalog,
Let's
yeah,
face it.
I'm gonna say it in Tagalog: laway ang puhunan mo, laway din ang ibabalik sa niyan, 'di ba? So I don't think that you would want that. If you
Mm-hmm.
put in a lot of saliva, I mean, a bucket of saliva will be your income. I don't think you would like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
You.
I I think, it's important to note that, there is an investment aside from monetary, of course, your time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to allot a certain amount of time every day to be
Yes.
able to do this. And I just needed at least 2 hours. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Two
true.
hours a
Yeah.
day. And
Mhm.
compared to, of
12
course,
hours.
yeah, what I mentioned, 12
Yes.
hours of being out of the house, and
Mm-hmm.
you get a day's pay of what? Almost 1,000 or over a
Mm-hmm.
thousand pesos a
Mm-hmm.
day. But, you lose a lot of energy and time also away from your family.
Yes.
And so I had to consider all these things. And as I mentioned, the reason why I decided this digital business is because of the system, and I knew that it was easy for me to get a grasp of it, because there was a video based training that
Mm-hmm.
we are all,
We have access to it.
we have access to,
Any
all of
anytime.
us, anytime, 24
Anytime.
hours a day. So wherever you are in the
Uh-huh.
different parts of the world, that's amazing, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, the community wherein Maria is, she doesn't have, I don't have financial gains with her with doing this, but we are
Yes.
all helping each other. And
Yes.
when you're in a traditional business, uh, I think people are a competitor. A competitor, somebody
Mm-hmm.
who has the same business will not really spend their
Yes.
time to teach
With
you
you.
everything,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They become your competitor in a way.
Yes.
But with our business, I realized that with more than 95,000 aspiring business owners in our community, we were able to find people that we resonate with, that are able to assist us and support us. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really good. It's really good. That's why, this digital business was really something that I'm so grateful that I was able to find.
Well, I'm so happy that both of us are here right now, because you were saying in the Philippines, guys. For those of you who are in the Philippines, I have experienced too the struggle of just going to my workplace and going home. It's a struggle. You have to take a walk before you reach like the tricycle line for you to be able to go to that jeepney line, and the jeepney line going to the MRT line.
Yeah.
So I experienced that. And by the time I get to my workplace, I'm all drenched with, all, and I'm already exhausted, to tell you honestly. You had to wake up
Sabi
early.
nga nila, di ba,
I
papasok ka pa lang, mukha ka ng pauwi.
yes. Yes, it's like I'm done for the day already. Just the
Yeah.
commute, guys. It's a commute. And I know one of my friends still experiencing that, and I feel bad for her. I mean, yeah, I want to help her. And she was like saying, I have to leave 4 a.m. so I could be at my workplace at 7, 8. And I'm like,
There
what?
are a lot. There are a lot of that here. Yeah.
Yeah, because it happened that her office is so far from her
Yeah.
workplace. And
That's
then
true.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I can imagine that. I can imagine. I was already complaining because my workplace is just 45 minutes away from my workplace that time in
Uh,
Pasig, going to Makati, if you know
uh,
Fresenius Medical Care. And I was in Pasig and I was like, oh my goodness, this isn't well every single day. So imagine now you being home and doing this. And
yeah,
the time, guys, I want to emphasize. She's a mother of four. I'm a mother of three. I'm doing this business like every day. We nourish this business. We nurture it. it's
yeah,
it's 2 hours or 3 hours of our time, and that's a lot for us, and that's it. We now deal with our family, which is the priority, which is the why of why we do this business, because we don't want to
yes,
miss, we don't want to what do you call this, waste our time, our resources, our energy towards, something that we know that it's not gonna work like the way this online business work. And I just
yeah,
love that you reiterated the fact that there is gonna be a monetary investment, not only your time and
mhm,
your energy,
yeah,
because this business is legit. Let's face it. And for those of you who are wondering about the video-based training that we keep on talking, one thing about this online business is that that's free to us, and we have lifetime access to this, because this business, guys, is lifetime. And I'm so proud to be a part of this, you know I mean, business for eternity, for all I know. Really,
yeah,
really, I know this business will stand through the test of time because it already did.
yeah,
And yes, in the community, I didn't know Miss Jill Hilda. I told you I'm scared of her when I saw her picture, but here we are, like empowering each other, showing other mothers or other individuals who are business minded and who wants to, make a change in their life. Because everything is possible right now. And let's face it, everything is moving online. Like Miss Hilda said,
yeah,
she said here that you can put up like a traditional business, but
mhm,
channel it towards the online business, which is
mhm,
happening right now, that the online selling. But
yeah,
the gain that we find here in this online business that we are in, guys, it's the benefits immeasurable. That's all I could say. I could go on and on. So let's go to
it's
the third.
exciting to talk about it,
I
right?
know, here it is. Here it is. The third one, the greatest impact of this digital business in your life. I know there's a lot. You can start now.
Yeah. When you come to an age wherein you're thinking about the retirement,
Mhm.
your security, working for 20 years in the corporate workforce never gave me that. It, of course, just gave me those titles and awards, but it never gave me that security. So I'm
Mhm.
grateful that I was able to achieve all those in my previous life,
Mhm.
previous life.
Previous life.
But I think when you are gearing towards, my thought is that I do not want to be a burden to
Mhm.
my children or to society in for that
Mhm.
matter.
Mhm.
You want to be able to create and be sustained in dealing with what it is that you need in the future. So I'm only in my early 50s, but should you be working, you'll be waiting until you're 65 to retire, because if that's the only thing that you actually know what to do, then there's no other thing that you will be doing, right? So
Yeah.
you'll just be waiting until 65. But by that time, you'll be too weak to travel around. Maybe you have health problems as well.
Mhm.
And so dealing with all those things, I think the reason why this business has given me, one of the impacts that it has given me, is the realization also that I am now freer with the time. I basically have more time for things that matter most, which is
Mhm.
myself and my children. Why am I saying myself first? Because I think in order for you to take care of other people, you have to take
Yeah.
care of yourself first.
Yes.
And you cannot just give and give. It's okay to do that, but make sure that you are also secured with whatever it is that you need for future use, right? So that is one thing that I think has given me assurance, because working for 20 years, Um, and this is what I got, which is a savings that can be depleted in
Mm-hmm.
terms of when you get sick and all that.
Yes.
But working for this business for at least 2 3 years to 5 years would it will set you for life.
That's
And digital business owners know what that means, setting you for life, wherein you do not have to worry about the income that you will be getting by that time I'm still not 60, so I'll be able to enjoy traveling with my family, hopefully when the the lockdowns are already subsided. So that's one of those impacts that I think this has brought into my life, because I'm excited to be able to help more people as well. My mission right now, since I was able to experience this
mm-hmm.
business, it's really hard to convince people in the corporate arena, to be honest, because just like myself, I did not know anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have a clue during that time that I was working for 20 years. And I think to be able to share with everybody, even though they may say no now, that I know I'm not interested in
Mm-hmm.
finding any other thing. I think last year was the biggest realization for a lot of people, that
Yes.
you do need a second income,
Yeah. Plan
regardless.
B.
Yeah,
Plan B.
regardless if you're happy with your work right now, regardless if you're settled and confident that this is
Mm-hmm.
going to give you security in the long run. But I think last year's events gave us that realization that no,
Mm-hmm.
I think uh, our status in the corporate workforce is not guaranteed, and there is a need for you to actually have a second income.
Hi.
So
Good
this
morning. Sorry.
this she just woke up, right? Because
Yes.
it's still early there.
It's about their
So
time to wake up. It's
all
okay.
right. So this is something that of course, I want to be able to share to a lot more people, because I'm now able to help my children. My son is homeschooled, and I personally have time to take care of
Yes.
that. I did not have that when I was still
Oh, when you
working,
had the
right?
job, yes.
Yeah, and
Don't you just love it?
yeah, true. That's true.
Is this your first year homeschooling or your
Yeah, it
second?
is. It
It
is.
is.
It was. It
It
was.
says their
So
second year, so it's
his income, I think, this is he's starting the next school year on Monday. So it's his second year into the homeschooling
okay.
concept. But
Okay.
there were adjustments, but that's how it is. You have to adjust to everything that's new, right?
That's correct. That's correct. And yes, the mission. I love your mission. I mean, I could go on and on, but I think the most powerful tool is that you will be like an instrument for other people's success.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, in our business, we're not competitors. We are actually lifting
Yeah.
each other up because it's just
Mm-mm.
that's the way our culture in the community, our private community is. There's
Yeah.
no ranking, there's no seniority, and
Yeah.
and I could see that you could see the benefit of those, the seniority and the because
Oh
I noticed
yeah, the organization,
in
right?
the yeah, in the corporate world, I mean,
That's
I think
true.
there's always something that the boss above you and those below you, but in this business, you will really feel that you will belong and that you will be geared for success. You will
That's
not
true.
be left behind because there's
That's true.
someone always, your mentor, your coaches, in front of you, behind you, on your side. We're always there because I haven't worked in the corporate world, but I could sense
Mm.
that there's still some hierarchy of and imagine just the stress of deadlines in some
Yeah.
in our business. We also have deadlines, but there's no one breathing on our neck that finish this at this moment. No,
Yeah.
it's just about how we manage our
It's a
time.
it's a goal that you set for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deadline that Maria was talking about, right?
Yes, the deadline for yourself. And it's
Yeah.
amazing because not only you were able to make the best version of yourself, but along the way you are also, helping others, to be to be the best version of themselves as well.
Yeah.
So it's all
Just
about
just to just to add on to that, we are of course global, right? And a group of us, Filipinos here in the Philippines, um, who are also in the digital business community. We created a private group here wherein we are also
oh
from different groups, and we created it to bring support, to give support and assistance to everybody that is just starting the business, who are registered or based in the Philippines. And
yes.
so that's what we did. And
Mm-hmm.
for those that are, you might have people that that are based here in the Philippines, you can
Okay.
send me a message so that we can give them the link. And
Oh, thank you.
there's a big support group as well here in the Philippines. So
Oh, that's
it's really,
nice. No, because we
yeah.
have the main private community that
Yeah,
every,
we do.
and then you over there in the Philippines is all, you also have that group. Wow, that's
Yeah, we do.
awesome. No, because you know what, guys, let's face it, when you go to a business that you don't know and how to start, it's quite a journey to go through. It's gonna be tedious, it's gonna be so
Yeah, it
hard
is.
on you, and you will be so stressed. If not, without the community and the support, I wouldn't know if I would still be here, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wouldn't. And because I'm scared of setbacks. But this business also, really challenged me that there's going to be a setback.
Yeah.
You cannot be just rich one day after you sleep and put some what, how many hours a
Yeah.
day. And yeah. But like I said,
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours for me and for Miss Hilda is fine. And
That's
yes,
true.
it's true. It's true. So, hold on. Somebody's saying hi here. So, we have
Hello.
some viewers, Miss Hilda, all the way from, oh my goodness, I love it. I feel like I'm in the Philippines. Hello, 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 ladies. Good evening.
Oh,
This is
hi.
from Davao City, Philippines, Miss
Chrysler.
Chavez and Anna Marie. Hi, Miss Anna
Oh, hi,
Marie,
sis.
watching from France. Oh my goodness, thank you for tuning
Anna
in.
Marie.
And he is my first ever special guest.
Filipino.
Yes, for
From the
my business
Philippines.
that I mean that is based from the who is based from the Philippines.
Oh,
Mr.
they're
Ryan
all part.
Philippine.
Yeah, Ryan and Chrysler are all part of the Filipino private
Oh,
group that we have
that's,
here, but we're
oh
we're
my
from
goodness.
different areas. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice that you have that support there, guys. Really, a nice conversation. I can relate, Miss Hilda, because we also have sand and sand gravel business. My parents were managing it, but it's too hard to manage people.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it is
true.
hard. It is hard. And then even my head exploded too. Oh my
Well,
goodness!
because of the manpower, no.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's saying thank you because yeah, that is correct. That is
You're
correct.
welcome.
There will always be a down in every business, but the thing is, with this business that we are in, we are so fortunate that we have the control, the power that we manage. So,
Yeah.
guys, here it is. I'm saying it again. Every Tuesday and Thursday here in North America, US, we have this complimentary webinar. Happens every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the Philippines, what time
In
is
the
it?
Philippines, it's every Wednesday and Friday,
Okay.
8 a.m.
So Friday. Oh yes. Okay,
Wednesday and
Friday and
Friday.
Wednesday. I'm getting confused already because
Thursday, so sorry. Yeah, Wednesday and Friday. Nalito
Wednesday
tuloy
and
ako.
Friday, 8 a.m.
Yeah, 8
Yeah, so
a.m.
you can log in through my website, www.mariaicacivilla.com, or with Miss Hilda's here, www.golivares.com. Not a Z, with an S. And with a
Yeah.
V, not a B.
Thanks, Maria, for that.
Oh my goodness. I really had a great time. And thank you so much for, sharing your experience. Here she is, guys, a mama of four who found time to adjust. And I think she actually found herself like in a new way. Am I right? No, because you've been saying you've been in the corporate world for 20 years. And I know how hard it is to jump from one kind of life to the life you have now.
Yeah.
It's a journey, and I can see that she's loving it. She doesn't even look like she's in her 50s. She's skilled.
Oh.
You really, really, oh my
Oh,
goodness.
thank you, Maria. Ikaw talaga. I can be your mom already, I think. You
No.
look 12 years old.
Oh my, thank you. turning, how old am I? I'm getting confused because my husband and I 11 years. I depend my computation
Oh, okay.
with his age. He is. I'm confused now. I think I'm 36 years old. He's 47.
You don't look your age.
Thank you. Well, there you go, guys. Here we are, mompreneurs. She's from the Philippines, guys. Yeah, I forgot to say that. I have to mention this, Miss Hilda, because other people I are who reached out to me from the Philippines, who are my friends or a friend of a friend, who were asking, "Is this gonna work in the Philippines?" Here is the proof. And she just told me that she created. Are you the administrator of that group?
Yeah, one of
Oh,
the four. Yeah, there are four
okay.
of us that. Yeah, we created, but everybody is contributing. A lot of valuable information are shared, and it's amazing how this business has turned everybody into sharing is caring type of
Mhm.
mentality.
No, I know. We're not getting anything from anybody, but the thing is, the feeling, and you are also gonna be an instrument for other people's success. And
Yes.
yeah, it's a lot. And a lot of people who are in her group and in the Philippines, they not only talk about business, they even have
Oh yeah,
Bible studies. Really, guys, I think
yeah.
you really have to be out there because there's a lot of things that you can do and connect with other people digitally. And for me, it's a great help. That's how I connect with my family there in the Philippines, video calls, and all the more the business.
I think we have gained more virtual friends than we would the traditional
Yes,
way of
I know.
having friends on the offline.
Yes, that's correct.
Diba?
That's correct. That's correct. Oh my goodness, Miss Hilda. Thank you so much. And Godspeed with, managing our team over there in the Philippines. Quite amazing. Mom of four. I don't know how you handle it. I have three. But oh my goodness. And you're doing it solo. That's all the more admirable.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for this time. I'm privileged to be sharing this on your business page, and
Mhm.
I do hope that you have more success as well.
Oh, thank
I shall
you.
pray for you.
You too, Miss Hilda. And yes, congratulations to us, I guess, because we're in a path that we know that we are enjoying and that will, grow over the years. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. There you
All
go,
right.
guys. Here's my episode 24 special guest, Miss Hilda Olivares, all the way from the Philippines. Oh my God. Do you have any Christmas tree over there? I'm
Not
curious.
yet, not yet. Maybe I normally put up my Christmas tree after the November 1,
Okay,
because
yeah.
November 1 is All
Oh,
Souls and All
yes.
Saints Day. So
Mhm.
I wait for that to pass and then I put up my
Okay.
Christmas tree.
I know. I'm so excited with that. Well, thank
I
you so
know.
much. Thank you so much, Miss Hilda. And thank you so much, guys, for viewing, who are viewing right now, and for those who are gonna watch the replay. We hope that we were able to deliver, something inspiring and motivating. All right, guys. See you again. Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Miss
Bye
Hilda.
everyone.
God bless you.